So the burnouts are complete for the second semifinal. In lane number 1, the car Greg Anderson normally calls home. As you get a look at Jed Coughlin, he'll be in lane 3. The car in lane 1, Jimmy Allen. Greg Anderson, as we mentioned, chomping at the bit. Shane Gray is going to be in lane number 2. Jeggy, as we mentioned earlier, lane 3. Chris McGahey, the number 1 qualifier in lane 4. That guy.
We got 2 drivers who've never been to a final before. Chris McGahey with the Chevrolet, of course. Jimmy Allen from Sweden. And it's been 55 races. You have to go back to Maple Grove of 2011 when we had a first-time Pro Stock finalist, and it was a KB car. Ronnie Humphrey lost to Jason Line that day.
Well, you got to like for Chris McGahey the fact that Big Al Lindsay came over with that entire Mike Edwards combination. It's the record car, but he's got Jim Yates. Jim Yates a good mentor for him. Jim told him, hey, before you can win round 2, you got to win round 1. Before you win round 3 or the semis, you got to win round 2. Hey, this is only a 3-round race. Yeah, piece of cake. That's the next progression for him. He went to the semis at our last race in Vegas. Only 2 are going to go. And it's not going to be McGahey.
Jag red-lighted, though.
And Jeggy red lights. I did not even notice that. Holy cow. Jimmy Allen will race in the final for Greg Anderson along with Shane Gray.
How about that? And Jimmy Allen made a nice run. Shane Gray was even quicker. So Jimmy Allen got there first because of a better reaction time. Middle lane, Jed Coughlin by 0.5 of a second went red. We saw problems with Chris McGahey. But then the top 2 were the ones going. Let's go on board with Jag.
Listening in to see if there's any communications. You can see Jag.
Good try, buddy.
And he was low ET, a 6:54.2 elapsed time. He is going to be kicking himself.
So the final 4 that will race for the Wally at the 4-Wide Nationals include that man, Jimmy Allen, Shane Gray, Erica Enders Stevens, giving the females a shot at their 100th national event win, and Vincent Nobile, first to pick Shane Gray, second Erica. Erica Enders Stevens, who did pull the double up, the 3rd consecutive year it's happened. And how do you do that? Win the K&N Horsepower Challenge, raise a check for 50 grand, win the national event the next day, worth 25 grand. You sweep up the entire thing like she did, total it all up with contingencies. That's a deposit for Richard Freeman and the elite crew of more than $100,000.